Yo, Retcon Media. It has been a minute since we've done one of these, but I figure now is a good time to do this, especially because this is still surprisingly going around the YouTube world, especially because this video that we're about to react to actually got deleted, but because I made a video about this very subject, I still have this video archived. I tried actually uploading this to this channel only for it to get a copyright strike. So we're gonna react to it in this style, and we are going to talk about the pink sauce, the one, the only, the pink sauce. It's viral. If you haven't known about it, where have you been? It's basically what happens if you sell a product and you don't take the necessary precautions to take care of it and sell it properly. But yeah, we're gonna talk about the pink sauce again with this video because I made a point in my last video about her appearance on Karamo. In case you know about Karamo, Karamo is supposed to be the successor of Maury Povich because he has retired earlier in this year. So she went on Karamo. They had a terrible, terrible interview, and we're just gonna sit here. We're gonna watch I think 11 minutes of it. I'm gonna watch all of it. I'm gonna give you my honest take on it. We're gonna pretty much do, I don't want to say live reaction, but a reaction to it nonetheless. So without further ado, we're gonna play the video. We're gonna play the video and we're gonna play it now.
Thousands, if not millions of people use social media as a financial resource, a way to support themselves, which is great. But one mistake on social media when running a business could cost you more than you think. That's exactly what happened to my next guest. Y'all know Pink Sauce from TikTok, right? Yeah, okay. So Chef P says her online business quickly went downhill when her social media followers and customers turned on her. Everyone, welcome Chef P to the show.
Okay, all right. So first, we're gonna stop right there. Everybody who turned on her had a pretty much good reason to turn on her because she literally sold products that one exploded. Not only that, but she charged $20 for something that many people considered watered down ranch for her product. But let's continue on.
Yes, nice to meet you. Well, tell me about the pink sauce. What inspired that?
Between the years of 2018 and 2020, I battled with anxiety, and I started using dragon fruit to build the levels of magnesium in my body. That's how I became fond of the coloring of the red dragon fruit. And the pink sauce was created.
Okay, why do you think it went viral overnight?
Because it's extremely unique, and everyone was super curious about it.
So
Yeah. In case you haven't seen the original pink sauce videos, yeah. That's very true. Because there is a big distinction because there was a big hype because she would dip this product in like a chicken tender, and that just set the whole world ablaze.
I want to know this because, first of all, I'm going to give it up to you big time because if I ever hear of a black woman that is creating her own business, big up, okay?
Thank you.
Because that is powerful. You know
Yes,
what I mean?
and thank you.
We have a world that tells you that you're not able to pursue these things, you're not able to do these things, so big up. But when it
Yes.
comes to the pink sauce, do you think you rushed the business a little bit? Because it sounded like you was like, oh, I want to do this. I like fruit. Okay, cute.
Okay, this is where I kind of start to disagree with Karamo. I don't think she rushed it at all because she knew what she was doing. I have to say that she knew what she was doing when she was literally shelling these products in just a regular kind of like a normal kind of Amazon package. Like she had to know what she was doing when she was doing that.
I didn't really hear a lot of planning there.
Yeah, so I did plan. However, I didn't realize that it was gonna take off like so fast. In planning everything, I literally had 120 units like starting off on my own in my own kitchen. So this thing like blew up
Overnight.
overnight.
So how many orders did you receive immediately?
A few thousand.
And you only had 120 units.
I only had 120 units starting off,
See,
yes.
that's the power of social media. That's the
Yes.
good side of it. It's like, okay, I got this thing, I got the business, but you weren't ready for it.
No.
Well, the thing is, before we continue on, um, she should have known that she was going to have more than just a couple hundred units, especially because this thing was getting millions and millions of views on TikTok. TikTok is powerful. So the fact that she only had like 120 units is probably not the best idea to say, okay, maybe we should prepare a little bit more before we start to mass produce this big with such a product. But let's continue on.
Did you have a negative response from your customers?
Yes.
Why?
I made a mistake.
A big mistake. A big mistake that you did. You literally did not take the time to package the product properly. And then you went on to not know what FDA approved means. So, yeah, those are two pretty big mistakes.
There was a packaging mistake. So initially,
Okay, no, there was no packaging mistake. You just didn't put it in the right package. And you did that over and over again. So there was no mistake.
someone who received the first order was someone that I knew personally. So she called me like, girl, my package looks horrific.
Yeah.
And so then I was like, okay, we have to put it in, like we have to stop all of these orders, contact each and every customer. We contacted everyone directly, meaning single emails, and let them know, hey, the shipment got damaged. We're aware of this. We will either refund you or send you a brand new bottle of pink sauce. And, you know, we did offer exclusivity, like, you know, just special offers to our customers, letting them know, like, hey, we care. And
You handled your business like a
Yes.
boss. She was like, I made a mistake. I'm going to rectify it.
yes.
Okay. Because I need to know, when did you start receiving the backlash, and what was that backlash saying?
Okay, so there was a young lady on social media. She took it as the moment to say, hey, this is my moment to become viral. And
Okay, this is where I disagree because nobody is trying to get viral off the fact of that your pink sauce um kind of messed up because the backlash, say what you will, but you deserve everything that you get. That everything you've gotten except for death threats and people trying to dox you. Other than that, you deserve everything that you've gotten. You literally brought a lot of this on yourself. First, for charging $20 for such product, then to sell product in such poor condition to where it exploded in a lot of people's cases, and even some cases smelled rotten, and some cases bottles were completely swollen. So yeah, you do deserve what you've gotten for that because that's a bad look for not only you but for your business that you're trying to start.
that is what happened. She became viral from posting that video.
So this is someone who got one of your products
Yes.
and saw that maybe if I post about this, I'm going to get attention for saying, hey, pink sauce is wrong, pink sauce is this.
Yes. So, I mean, it was so bad, even down to someone lying about their own death. I mean, it was just horrible.
Okay, all right, so this is where we kind of need to start to separate a little bit. So yes, people have lied about this product, um, causing them to almost die. There are tons of misinformation about that, and I think that stuff. If people are doing that, that is completely stepping over the line, and nobody should be doing that whatsoever. That is just not right on any stretch of the imagination. But to put that but to put that critic as the main person to blame for all of that, that is also going overstepping it. That is also making it an over exaggeration on that because I'm pretty sure this lady had nothing to do with a lot of that backlash that you've received because like I said earlier, a lot of the backlash you've received is because of your actions.
Horrible. And my son saw that video first. I walked in the door and just see my son laying on the floor like, did my mom kill somebody?
Oh my God.
You know?
And that was all in the backlash from people getting
All-
online
yes.
saying things about you.
Yes.
So this one mistake of packaging with your pink sauce
Yes.
turned.
Okay, the thing was, it wasn't just one mistake. And even if it was one mistake, it still produced such a big backlash. Because if you got this product, if you paid $20 for this product to get it to exploded, if you did that, you would not be happy.
Into people creating exaggerated stories about your product, about everything that's going on.
Yes, under 50 orders.
And it just blew up with negativity.
Yes.
So I heard that because of the negative backlash in the comments, you went into financial ruins and you basically had to move out of your house?
Well, no, I moved out of my house for safety.
Oh.
I was receiving threats. People were sending me my address. They were telling me that they were going to post it on social media. There were people.
And like I said, I said this in my last video. I said it here. Do not harass this lady. Don't do it. Because two wrongs don't make a right. Just because she sells such a terrible product doesn't mean that doesn't mean that we need to wish death upon her, especially her and her kid. So please don't be going out there doing stuff like that. Especially here, we here at Redcon Media, we don't condone any of that.
People calling me with like random events, like calling me out of my name, racial slurs.
So this is
stuff.
somebody who sent you an iMessage saying that what? These are like your address, your telephone number, all this stuff that they were putting online?
Yes. So they were like, oh, we can negotiate. This isn't, and then afterwards they were like, oh, this isn't blackmail. And then I'm like, okay, but why are you sending my personal information? Yeah, I would say over 15 people.
Did that.
Yes.
More than one, I'd have been scared, especially with a child.
Yes.
Can you imagine that? You doing a business online, then all of a sudden people are dissatisfied, so they start to threaten you?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah,
it wasn't because they were dissatisfied. It was because she tried to kill people. But let's continue. Just saying.
It's horrible. So even with that, why are you so passionate about the pink sauce?
Because it's me. It's my legacy. I'm literally the foundation for my children, for everyone around me, for growth. And, you know, I'm raising 2 young men. And this simple mistake, like I tell them, making a mistake sometimes can be, you know, detrimental, or it can impact you tremendously. And I feel like I'm leading an inspiration to them. You can do whatever you want to do. You know, you put your mind to that and you
Okay, crocodile tears.
do that.
What's making you emotional?
I guess just releasing everything that I'm saying. And, you know, I was a teen mom. My kids are like my best friends. Everyone in the world thinks I'm a horrible person. I created this sauce for fun and food.
I wouldn't say that we would think that you're a horrible person. I just think that you tried to kill people, and I don't think many people would take that well. Because let's be honest. Let's be honest for a second. If you're charging $20 for a product, most people expect to be a fairly decent product. At least nowadays, you won't expect something high quality. But if you're paying for a product, you expect to get your money's worth. People did not get their money's worth for your product. So, except for things like death threats and doxing, everything that most people have given you is fairly true. And especially because a lot of the attempts that you have tried to counter with a lot of the backlash do not make you look any good. Including this. Let's continue on.
What I appreciate about your vulnerability with these tears right now is that I know that we're talking about pink sauce and this is fun and things of that, but this is what I mean when I say social media has these negative effects on us that sometimes we don't even realize.
Right.
You start talking about people posting these things and it's like in the moment you're like, oh, this is crazy or whatever, but after a while that affects your psyche.
Yes.
That affects your soul.
Yes.
All right, when we get back, we're going to talk to one of your customers and fellow TikTok influencers, Allie. I think she's one of the people that you said kept on with the harassment, right?
Yes.
Well, we got to hear more about that when we come back.
So here's my bottle. I'm just a little worried about it being swollen. I don't know if this is considered swollen or not. Check the seal. Everything's good on that.
It is like sweet ranch.
The aftertaste, I'm not messing with. It's like watered down ranch. It's not.
Okay. All right. So far listening to this, her criticisms don't seem that malicious. Like I could be misinterpreting this, but I don't think I am. Like, let me know. Like, do any of these criticisms that she's giving, are they malicious? Because they're really not. In fact, I would actually go and say they're actually kinder criticisms than what most other people would be saying about this product. I think even nicer than what I've said about it. So yeah, like I don't see any malicious intent with a lot of these.
Not bad. Definitely not worth $20 a bottle. But we support small businesses. I don't know if she's fixing things or not. That's not my problem. Today.
And even that was nice. That was a nice thing to say. You know, because not many people are going to go on TikTok and say, "Oh, we support small businesses." Not many people are going to do that on TikTok. So just by the fact that she said that, that's nice. That's a nice thing to say.
When I went to go open it, something is not right. The smell that's coming out of this bottle, something is wrong. It's rotten. So I pulled out the bottle and I opened it up and I had to stick my finger inside of it, but there is a piece of glitter. Is it edible glitter? Am I going to die? Is it safe? I would be so interested to sending this to a food safety testing lab, and I think it's like $300. I'm willing to send this to be tested.
All right, everyone, please welcome Allie to the show. Hi. How are you? Can I have a hug? Nice to meet you. Take a seat. All right, so this is the first time you two have ever met each other, right?
Correct.
Okay, then. And you're both influencers, obviously, on TikTok. Now, before we go any further, I do have to ask this, Allie, because my producers did tell me that the reason that we had to separate the couches is because you didn't feel comfortable in sitting next to Chef Pete.
Yeah,
Why is that?
I feel like I haven't met her yet, and just kind of the last line of her saying that I harassed her just didn't make me made me uncomfortable because I never set out to harass anybody, and I think that's.
Yeah, she's not harassed her as far as I'm concerned. In fact, looking at most of her TikToks that we've seen in this thing, none of these can be considered harassment because she's not trying to cause harm on Chef P. And she's not trying to bother her. She's just posting a review. She is a customer. Let's not forget that. She is a customer of said product. And she has the right to an opinion on the product, and she has a right to voice that opinion.
It's like a little bit delusional to say something like that.
So tell me, from your perspective, she says that she didn't harass you.
I think it's delusional to send a sample to a laboratory after you stuck your finger in it.
Okay. First off, she has a right to do that. She's a customer. And let's not forget that you said this thing had 444 servings and it had distilled vinegar, whatever that is supposed to mean, on your product. So if she wants to send that product to get reviewed, I think she has every right to do that.
Okay, so let's talk about this because we don't have these details and I need to know this. So when you tasted Chef P's sauce, you did the viral video, which everyone does those. People did their taste test. But you then went further. Tell me what you then did.
So I saw it and I was like, wow, this is such a cool sauce. It's bright pink, like I'm a sauce girl. So when I was doing the review, there was just so many red flags that I saw on it, like the label, you know, when you make a USDA label, you have to put in batch numbers because if something were to be recalled, you have to be able to trace it down to the salt and pepper that is in something.
She's right.
And so if something...
Wait, not to cut you off, but to cut you off. So you didn't...
Not to cut you off, but to cut you off. Projection. She can't handle the fact that she messed up. She can't handle it.
didn't see the video because you follow me, right?
Well, I want to hear Allie. I'm
Yeah,
gonna give
absolutely.
You, a
You
chance
had your time to talk, so just let me have mine. So I understand, like, if it does have dairy in it, You see all these concerns. You saw my TikTok. I follow you. You have my address, my phone number, my email. If once I posted my original video, if you wanted to make things right as a business owner, when you create a product, that's your pride and joy. You send it off to someone, they don't like it. You're like, oh my gosh, like that's my pride and
So were
joy.
you
Let
saying
me
that
fix
you
it.
weren't contacted by
No,
Chef P?
and the thing is, if you knew I had a problem with it, you could have contacted me and I could have turned around. And I'm not a hateful person. I could have been like, wow, Chef P contacted me.
So you're saying that you contacted me?
No.
Okay, all right, we're gonna stop it right there for a second. She's hitting it perfectly. Where, and this is what businesses should be doing whenever a customer has not great experiences, and that is to try to make it a good experience. What can we do because you've paid us? What can we do so that we can make it right for you? That's handling your business. That's running a business.
No, I'm saying you
I
didn't
never
contact
received.
me.
Okay, but why would I contact someone who's fabricating something on the internet?
But nothing
You're-
was
Okay, but the thing is, she's not fabricating it. All of her videos are prone to be pretty much true. So I don't think she's fabricating anything. I just think that you are delusional and you are not taking responsibility for your product.
fabricated.
To be honest, you're not special.
And neither are you.
You're not special. Okay? So why should I lose my mind and approach you directly when you're fabricating something on the internet?
Because she wasn't fabricating. It's as simple as that.
Well, I will say this because I want to hear both of your sides. I will say this. As Chef P, as a businesswoman, no matter what someone reviews your products, unfortunately, everyone is special to you because that's going to be your business.
I could have, taken
Oh, wow,
down the
Karamo
video
actually took the
and
lady
done
side
my
on it.
testing and kept it to myself, which I did.
No, you could have reached out to me like, hey girl, you know what? I see what you're doing, it's amazing and all. I'm a supporter, but I think you should look into this. Take this step. Did you research this? Did you check out your...
The thing is, she shouldn't have to do that. She's the customer. She's the customer. And you are the business, and you are representing the business. You are the representation of the brand. That's not the customer's job if they're unsatisfied with the product. Of course, customers do go out and they will reach out from time to time and they will complain about the products. Heck, I do that a lot. I do that a lot of times whenever I'm not satisfied about something. But that should be the owner's job, the business person's job, to make sure that their product, people are enjoying it and that there is nothing going on. The thing is, you pretty much barely did much of anything to keep a lot of this backlash away from you except deflect your own responsibility to it because you can't take accountability for what you've done.
packaging there versus trying to tear down my business and my livelihood.
She's not trying to tear down your business and your livelihood. She just made a review, an honest review of your products on TikTok. So the fact that you say she's trying to tear down your business and your product, that is a complete fabrication of it.
You could have contacted me directly,
Can you receive that?
Yeah, and
you keep saying that I should have reached out to you, but and also, and I'm gonna touch your hand when I say this. When I said that you're not special, I meant that as you're not special as far as someone trying to hurt me.
She's not trying to hurt you, though. The problem is you keep taking you take this business stuff personal. It's not personal. She was a customer of yours and she had a bad experience and you did not do anything to rectify that situation except trying to embarrass her on national television.
So I didn't take it as a direct insult because I know
Yes, yes you did. Yes, you did.
the industry and I know how people use different topics to build their platforms. That's all I'm saying. And I forgive
at the
you.
end of the day, I think at the end of the day, I think this is a moment of reflection.
Absolutely, and I think it's a moment of learning on both parts.
I think the learning is more on your part.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's being real. And this being real here.
What? Oh, okay, Karamo, you all right? You kind of just lost me, Karamo.
Because the thing is the matter of that she is, her business, her livelihood, her safety is being affected now. And these are.
And that has nothing to do with her, maybe to the smallest degree. Because if she posted because she has every right to post a bad review on TikTok, just how I have the same right to clown you for wearing that pink shirt that you have on, because it don't look good on you, my dude. It don't look good on you as much as you think it does. But she has a right to express her opinion. And a lot of this backlash on Chef P that's gotten is not this lady's fault. It's Chef P's fault, because she sold a product to people and she didn't take the steps to make sure that it was shipped safely. Simple as that.
The things that we don't think about. This moment is for you to realize that your power is really in what you're saying and what you're doing. And that one video that you did for that second, the follow-up video, had ripple effects that you have to acknowledge is there. Because if it was on the other foot, you'd be sitting here upset, crying, mad, if you had to move every week because you and your child were in danger.
Absolutely.
So this is the moment for you just to say,
again, none of this is on her fault. Those videos have nothing to do with a lot of the backlash Chef P's gotten, because this interview neglects a lot of the things that caused the backlash. This is why this has been such a poor interview on the Pink Sauce, to where they had to actually delete this because they did not do a good job covering this, because they didn't take the time to really cover the full story of it.
hey, you know what? Next time, I will take this step. Before I post something, I'm gonna do my research. Before I do something, I'm gonna reach out to her. Before I do
And she did her research. So what are you talking about, Karamo?
something, I'm really gonna realize, is this really my responsibility? Your responsibility is to build each other up as women.
No, it's not. No, it is not. That is not her responsibility at all. No.
All right, listen, never forget that social media can unconsciously or consciously lead to the demise of your relationships. You must pay close attention, because you could invite trouble into your home every time you open your phone. So don't forget to come back next time, friends, so we can keep talking and growing. Love. Hold on, where are you going?
Okay. All right. That takes care of it. That'll be it. She needs to take more responsibility for her product. It's as simple as that. She must. This interview is not good. There's links to it online. I'll try to put one in the description if you want to watch it for yourself. Check out my original Pink Sauce video and my other videos in the Price of Fame series. But yeah, Reclamania. Take care, guys.